Hi, the next topic is functions on two vectors. So functions on two vectors are important in statistics because often we want to see the relationship between two variables, such as height and weight of individual animals. Okay, so the example. Okay, so suppose that we have two vectors. The first vector is the midterm 1 score of 5 students. 10, 50, 70, 90, 30. And the second vector is the midterm 2 scores for the same 5 students in the same order. Suppose that is 20, 80, 100, 60, and 40. Then we have some functions. For example, if we want to see the beta of the two exams for each student, then we can calculate the Pmax of mid1, mid2. Then you can see that the 20 is the larger of the 10 and the 20. And for example, the 90, the first element, is the larger of this 90 and 60. So this function works on two vectors. We have two inputs, and output is actually, in this case, a vector of the same length. Pmin function gets the minimum for each observation. Okay, so yeah, to combine two vectors, that you can use again the C. So the notation C. Okay, so mid1 is a vector and mid2 is a vector. So if we combine two vectors, it is not just one vector, but actually the R works it in that way. So if you combine two vectors, then it becomes a larger vector. So this. Also, some other functions. Useful function, for example, is a correlation coefficient function, COR. So this works in this way. So midterm 1 and midterm 2 has correlation coefficient of 0.7. You can see that when midterm 1 score is higher for a student, then actually the midterm 2 score is also likely to be higher. For example, the first students get the lowest score, but actually the midterm 2 also it's the lowest score. And the third student, the 70 is relatively a good score, the second best among 5 students, and actually the midterm 2, their score is 100.